Part 2. Alright. Today we are going to try and take off the entire head and valve cover and all that good stuff. Let's just get into it. Alright. I am assuming that these 3 bolts are what's keeping the valve cover on, so we're going to take these off and see what that does. That was already very loose. And that one too. That's really strange. I'm trying to be as careful as possible not to scratch anything on the 2 connecting surfaces. Alright, so I just took off the valve cover and I was like, this kind of looks kind of milky. Watch this. Oh yeah. Big time no good. That's really bad. Alright, first thing that I'm seeing is that these guys aren't connected, so we're not undoing these bolts. I think the bolts that we gotta get are these ones. There's one there. There's one there. And then there's another one on the back. So that's 3 bolts. And then we'll see if I have to take off these top ones at all. Alright, it's looking like I might have to take these 2 off and maybe these, but I'm not sure about that. Okay, it's got to be these ones too. I'm nervous. Whew. All right. I am sweating. Shoot. Oh no. Okay. Make sure to leave these bolts in there because these springs in the middle want to push all of these off this rod, and I almost messed everything up. Alright, I'm sitting here contemplating whether or not I should take the carburetor off first and then with the manifold and everything, or take it off all at once. I don't know. I've decided that I'm going to take off the carburetor and work my way down to just strip everything off to make the block bare, or not the block, but the head bare, because I'm going to have to strip it anyways if I take it all off in one go. It'll probably be easier to loosen bolts if everything is on the motor still. So I'm gonna work my way on figuring out how to detach all of this rat's nest of vacuum lines. I'm just doing this so it's easier for me to know what is already disconnected. I think there's a 12 mil down there that I gotta unloosen. The 2 bolts right now that I'm going for are that guy right there. Yeah, it's those 2 right in there. Now these 2 bolts are right there. Let me see if I can get the focus right there. And where's the other guy? Right there. So it's just 4 bolts in total for the carburetor. Then we'll have to see what vacuum lines decide to get in my way. I couldn't reach the nuts, so I just moved them onto the heat shield, so when I pull it off, they'll just be sitting there. All right, hold on. Let me bring you guys over here. This whole piece comes off. Hopefully I can remember where all those hoses went. Jeez, how loud. There's those bolts I was talking about. Or nuts, I mean. Alright, now I'm going to start working on all of the manifold bolts. They're a size 14. We'll take off the throttle cable bracket. Oh, there's a hidden one. Alright, I cannot get that little guy undone right there, so I'm just going to wait till I'm able to pull the manifold off this way and shorten the thread so I can pull the whole thing off. You'll see when I get it, but just another little speed bump to deal with. Each bolt up on top, there is also one on the bottom. So I think you can go through right here. We'll see if everything works out. Well, that was loose. No. Top. I'm going to take off this EGR canister guy. I'm tightening up the exhaust studs because the EGR pipe is connected to it, and like I said before, I don't want to snap anything. So I'm gonna I'm struggling because I forgot to take out a bolt. Alright, so those lines you see right there go to the back of the distributor. I'm going to tape them off and mark which ones go to those two hard lines so I don't get them mixed up. Actually, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to have the one that has tape will go to the one that's wrapped up in tape. I don't know if you just saw that, but I just undid this top one because remember I couldn't get that one undone. So now the entire manifold should come out. And that guy are blocking each other, and I cannot get, or the bracket holding all of the hard lines is stopping, the nut is stopping it from coming off. So you'll see what I have to do. I just have to take off this black part and then pull that out, and then the whole bracket will come off. Okay, we'll set this off to the side. That comes out, and now the whole bracket is not attached anymore. Now I'm going to take off, there were some bolts sandwiching the intake manifold from the exhaust, and I'm going to put them back in just so I don't lose them. I'm going to take off the top coolant hose port thing right here off, so it's off of the head. That doesn't come all the way off because there's a bottom hard line that connects to the water pump, it looks like. So that'll just sit there, and it'll it's already broken free from the head, so when we pull the head it won't hold on in any way. Okay, now onto the exhaust manifold. Alright, we're now going to move on to taking off the camshaft. I'm going to get that bolt right there. That's what's holding the alternator on. That's just another thing I got to get out of the way. Take these off in order, keep them in the exact same order, and we'll keep every bolt in the same place. You know what I'm talking about. Just keep everything the same the way that you took it off. Alright, so I got it mostly cleared up. I just stuck a bunch of paper towels in there and cleaned out most of the sitting oil. So, alright, let's get to taking this head off. like it's finally time. Please. Oh yeah. You have to make sure to be very gentle right here. You don't want to bring any damage to the actual block. Okay, so I just did a little cleaning up, and I don't know if you saw from the last clip where I was taking off the actual head. Typically you'll see one, like this one had a big pool of coolant on top of it, but except for that guy, you know, even him, he's a little bit cleaner, but like they were all getting coolant. Like there was also coolant pooling on top of this guy. So I think, I'm just hoping that the head got warped, because as I'm looking at the gasket, I can't find any breaks in it. That got ripped. This is the back of it. The bottom half of the gasket stayed on the block. I don't know. So I'm just assuming that the head got warped in some way, which that's what I'm hoping, because if it's the head, if it's the block, I'm not taking this block out to go get resurfaced. So just we'll cross fingers and see what the machine shop says. All right, well, I'm gonna leave it there for today. I'm gonna take the head to the machine shop probably. I'm gonna try tomorrow, and then that will probably be the next video, is update on, you know, what the head's looking like, if what's warped and what's not warped, and probably go over plugging everything on the carburetor and all that good stuff. But I hope you all enjoyed today's episode, and I hope that it was informational and helpful enough for all of you, and I'll see you in the next one. Warped head in the 8.6. Gonna hope that it gets fixed.